CRA overreaching as per usual, and a judge doing their job said, "Nah, not in my house, not in Canada." This is Shopify CEO Toby Luca says, "I don't particularly want a fight with the CRA, Canada's tax authority, but we got asked to back channel them 6 years of records for all Canadian Shopify stores. This feels like low-key overreach to me. We will fight this." And well, he held to his word. Shopify did go to court with the CRA over this. What happened more specifically? Well, as he said here, CRA showed up on their doorstep saying, "We want all these records of these Canadian Shopify stores." The CRA used a legal tool called the unnamed persons requirement. What this allows them to do is find the information of unidentified taxpayers who are suspected of non-compliance. So what happens is the CRA went to exercise that act, and they said, "Hey, Shopify, give us the records of the past 6 years of all your Canadian Shopify stores." Problem is, CRA just went and did that. So they cited this act saying, well, we are under law, can do this, so give us the data. A key piece that was missing on this was the fact they actually needed to go to the courts and get court approval to legally exercise this law. And Shopify knew this. Toby did. And he says, until you show up with a court-sanctioned document saying you can take these records, we're not giving you anything voluntarily. Shopify stood tall, and the Global Mail article says federal court rejects CRA's request for information on Canadian Shopify merchants. They do this against individuals. They do this against the people who cannot protect themselves. They just show up on your doorstep and demand information and tell you to hand it over because they don't want to take the time out to do things properly. In this case, a company like Shopify had the backing behind them, says, "We'll see you in court." What I want this lesson to be, and this lesson should be to all of us, is just because the CRA says so doesn't mean you need to comply. Take your time to figure out what your rights are and don't allow them to shake you down for every dollar you're worth. I have to commend Shopify here for standing up for their customers' rights, for standing up for Canadians' rights in this case. And this is a classic example that just because a government agency says so doesn't mean that they're right.